Hey everybody, it's John, the Sea Monkey Dude here, and just wanted to apologize I haven't done a whole lot of videos recently. It's because I've been on a trip for work, and I just got back late last night, and that's sort of what I wanted to talk about on this video. I was gone for 1 week, exactly 7 days, and I didn't have anybody taking care of the sea monkeys for me while I was gone. So I wanted to check in and show you guys how they're doing. Now, I got back late last night, and I have not done anything with them last night or this morning yet, besides look at them. That's all I've done. So let's take a look at the different sea monkey colonies and see what's going on, all right? Here we go. We'll start with our mini worlds up front. Now, the mini worlds didn't have tons of sea monkeys in there, but we've got a few adults, and I noticed some babies in here when I was looking too. Hopefully you can see the babies in there. There's some smudges on the aquarium. Sorry about that. We did get some salt buildup. See that? Not a big deal. Usually I'll scrape that off back into the tank, whatever I can get, and whatever I can't, just sort of clean up. There goes one. There's another. I saw a few little babies swimming around in there. Here's the Hang 10 mini world, the beach one. I see some babies in there right now. There's an adult towards the bottom, a little left of the middle there. We've got a few other adults in there sort of hiding. Now you'll notice the water level is a little bit low on both of these, which is all right. I'll refill it after I'm done with this video. Let's look at the skull. All right. This one had a good amount of adults in it. We still do. They're spread throughout the tank pretty good. And I do see some babies in there too. Fantastic. They look healthy. They look well fed. We've got algae covering the whole bottom of this tank. Sorry about that. There's my other phone going off. And here's the Sea Monkey superset from Australia, right? Pretty cool. We got lots of mating pairs in here. Water level's a little low. Nothing crazy, though. This looks pretty much how I left it. Besides, the water went down a little bit. Lots of sea monkeys in here. They seem to be doing really well. All right, let's look at a couple more. This one, the water dropped a little bit more than the others. Could be because we got that light right in front of it. But this is the bundle set, or Ocean Adventure, whatever you want to call it, right? Again, we got a lot of mating pairs in here. I saw some babies too. Let's see if they show up on the camera. Oh yeah, I think you guys can see those. Lots of little babies swimming around. Pretty cool, right? This one didn't have a whole lot to begin with. It looks pretty similar. I see at least 3 adults right now. I love this Big Show tank. It's pretty cool because, it's like a movie theater or a opera house or playhouse or something like that. And then it's got the projector, which I've shown off in other videos. If you want to see how that works, go look at some of my older videos. But the thing that I don't like about it is if they swim down towards the bottom of the tank, you can't see them because this is blocking it. But when I look in here, I see a good number of adults, and I do see babies in here too. Those babies weren't there when I left, so congrats, we got new parents in here. Here's the space shuttle tank. This one is not illuminated from behind, so it's harder to see the sea monkeys. We had about half a dozen or so adults in here when I left, and it looks like we've got about the same. I see at least one pair mating in there, so that's great. Water level didn't drop too much. This one does not have as much of an open top as some of the other ones, right? It's got little holes right there, so it doesn't get too stuffy in there, but yeah, not as much as the others. But they look like they're doing just fine, just like how I left them. How about the really big tank? Well, these guys look like they're doing all right too, don't they? I think they're just fine. So while I was gone, the sea monkeys missed 2 feedings. I typically feed them on Mondays and Fridays. And so they missed last week, Friday, and yesterday. But we've got algae growing all over in most of these tanks, right? And that helps feed them. It also helps aerate the tanks. So even though I was gone, and they're doing just fine. Now we've got a little bit of a film buildup on the front of this tank, which is normal. It's just basically algae and stuff growing on there, so they look a little foggy. It's not cloudy water. I haven't fed them in over a week. So it's not cloudy water. That's the buildup on the front of the tank. Usually I clean that, once or twice a month. So I guess it's due. But these guys look fantastic. Look at them. Tons of sea monkeys in here. Mating pairs, big ones, little ones. I see some tiny babies in here too. The babies are those little specks that look like they're glitching. Now the water line, a little bit low. I usually try to keep it right up to where that black plastic starts. That's where I usually keep it at, close to there. But not a big deal. We will refill it in just a few minutes here. So the point of this video is to show you, hey, if you've got your tank in good shape, you've got some algae growing, you can take a vacation. I didn't aerate these tanks when I was gone either. I didn't want my wife or kids coming in here and messing with any of these guys. And they were fine. Now, I did make sure the room stayed warm, right? So I've got a heater in here, and I kept that, space heater on. But no food, no aeration, just for a week. We're going to resume that today, even though today's not a typical day that I would feed them. Hey, I've been gone a week. I'm going to feed them. All right. But they're all doing well. Oh, I didn't show you this one. This mess, SeaMonkeys Executive Supersized Suite, right? Again, we got some of that buildup on the inside. We'll have to scrape some of that off. But look at this. If you look at some of my recent videos, I took all the adults out of here recently. And I put them in here. We got a bunch of adults again. And there's some mating. We've got lots of little babies in here. This is the most successful tank I've ever had. I take the adults out whenever we've got, 20, 30, 40 of them or whatever. And I move them into another tank, and then we just let the babies keep growing. I stir up all the gunk in the bottom. Any dormant eggs start hatching. So, you can see we got sea monkeys of all sizes in here. Right in the middle, we got some of those teenager-looking ones, right? We got some adults swimming quickly. Man, that guy at the top was swimming really fast. So maybe in a couple more weeks, we'll do that again. Take the adults out, let the babies grow. Repeat. Here's another tank. This one only had a few in it. But again, I still see them in there. They're eating the algae. Tons of algae growth in here. We should scrape some of that off. I'll do that later. But yeah, you can see they're on the sides eating the algae. Saw a couple little babies at the bottom too. That's great. These ones are hard to see because there's so much algae growing. But yeah, that's it. Again, my point is I took a trip, not a vacation. I wish it was vacation. I was in Las Vegas for CES, Consumer Electionic Show, if any of you guys are nerds like me and into that stuff. If you were there, maybe you saw me. If you did, say hi. Say hi on here because I didn't recognize you there. But yeah, I was gone for a week, came back, everything's fine. Temperature was okay. They ate the algae, they ate whatever was left over floating in the water from when I fed them before I left. And yeah, all's good. All right, everybody, that's all I wanted to show off today. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, click that bell so that way as soon as I upload new stuff, you get notified. You can go watch right away and let me know what you think. If you got questions, put them in the comments below. Happy to answer them as soon as I get time. I'm usually pretty quick about that stuff. So have a good one, you guys. Bye-bye.